Okay guys, today in this video I'm going to teach you about Scratch. And I'm going to teach you all 9 single things. Do not mind lists. That's the ninth thing. We're doing motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. Do not mind list. Lists suck. So if you see right here, if we go down here, I enabled X position, Y position, and direction for this sprite, which is the cat you start with. Now I know some of you have trouble, doing Scratch code. I know some of you do. So let's get started. Basically, if you press this button, so if we go over here, go up, it says move 10 steps. Get that out and put it here. Then if you press this, the X position goes up by 10 because the Scratch cat is moving 10 steps forward. So if we keep pressing this, we'll get 10 added to the X position. Now how do we do negative? Exactly, make it go backwards. Just add a little negative sign on there next to 10. It'll go negative steps all the way into negative X position. So let's put that back to 10 so we can move it to X position 0. So now we're going to do is show you turn. Turn right and turn left. So if we press turn 15 degrees right, it will keep turning the right way. I meant left. Now if we do this, it'll turn the way right. And you see the direction is changing up there. So this is 0. It's a straight angle. You're going to have to learn angles in Scratch. You're going to have to learn a lot of things to use Scratch. A lot of things. Like, for example, angles. This is the angle, a straight angle, which why the direction is 0. Now, if we go to 180, that's a straight angle too, just on the other side of the protractor. This is a 90-degree angle. It's a right angle. Now if we go right here, this is an acute. Oh no, that's not an acute. This is an acute. It's 45 degrees. It's better than you're probably just gonna learn this in 4th grade or something. I don't know. So that's basically how it works. You'll turn this many degrees, whatever you put here. You can even put negative here, but that's kind of useless because this already does the negative job. Get it? Yeah, whatever. So let's get those out of the way if you understand those now in motion. Let's go to these sets. This set of them. So go to random position, go to specific position, and these are the 4 blocks we're going to learn now inside of motion. See, this is the first lesson. It's going to be split up into parts, and this is the first lesson, motion. So go to random position. So we can do this. Go to mouse pointer. It will try going to mouse pointer because we have to click that, it tries to go closest to mouse pointer. This button allows us to put the X and Y. So for example, if I do go to X0 and Y0, it will go back in the middle. Now if I do glide 9 seconds to random position, yeah, you can go to random position, which just puts it in different places. Now, here is where the glide feature comes in. So glide means it will glide to a random position. So a random position is picked to glide to the cat. So for the cat to glide to. So if I put mouse pointer, it's going to try gliding to the mouse pointer. But it won't try going again because the reason why that's the position of the mouse pointer. And it's the only one it can do. Glide 1 second to a specific position. Yes, a specific position. So basically, it will go to the specific position it's supposed to. Now, see, this goes to what you want it to go to. This goes to exactly what position you want to as well. So now we got that section done. So let's go here to a section that has a whole entire that has two. So now we have point in direction and point towards. These kind of do the same thing. So if we do point direction, it will show us this thing that lets us pick angles. This is 180. This is negative 90. This is 90. This is 180. This is 0. And basically you can do tons of stuff. So you can pick which point and direction, basically that direction you want to point at. So you want to point in that direction, 180. Now we have point towards. Now why is there not random? Point towards random. Well, because you can't really point towards a random thing. Well, actually you could. I think that I don't know why they didn't add it in. But if I press this, it will point towards the mouse pointer. Now this is where it gets completely out of hand, because this is a specific number, which is a problem that Scratch has. So this is the negative 126 point, I don't know. So we have that done. So let's do this. This actually does a lot. So we have all these things. We have change x by, we have set x to, we have change y by, and we have set y to. So if we see right here, here's the y position, 0. And this is for sprite 1. You see how it says sprite 1, the 2 bolts and the direction? Y position and x position. Well, x position is actually forward, this way. Y position is upward, this way. So change y by 10 moves it up. Change x by 10 moves it the other way. Basically, change x by basically is like a move 10 steps by, because they're basically the same exact thing. Now y is kind of different. It doesn't have really a category. There's no up one. So you have to use this for like games where you go up and down. And this is set x2 and y2. We can set a specific one too. So we can set y to that and x to that. Or we could change y all the way up and set x and change x by that. Like just like, I don't know, 130. And then set y to its original position and then x its original position. So there we go. We got that done. So now, just put these together. And now we're at almost the end of your first lesson. If on edge, bounce. Here's one that's going to kind of be a little complicated. So I'm going to do a move 10 steps down. Now, if this is on edge, it will bounce. So let's put it on the edge first. It needs the ability to do the command. So if I press it, it will bounce off because it doesn't want it on there. This can be used to make like Flappy Bird or something like that, you know? All that. Probably. So now we can go over here, go to the bottom. Now we're going to do this. Set rotation style. Left and right. Don't rotate. Or all around. So basically, these are the rotation styles you pick for rotation. Left to right, which means this way. don't rotate, which means it cannot rotate no matter what, are all around, which means it can rotate in every way. Now, you don't really want to use that rotation style. It doesn't really matter ever. But that is your first lesson. Good job. Lesson 1 is complete. Now let's go to lesson 2. Looks. Now, looks is going to be a really thing you probably would use to do lots of things. See, looks has a lot. So let's turn off all these. Direction, Y position, X position. And let's worry about all of these things. See, basically we can look at backdrop name, or number. We can look at costume number or name, we can look at size. So costume number for Scratch Cat is 1. Backdrop number is 1. If you see in backdrops, there is only I think 1. Yep, only 1 backdrop. And if we go here, it also says sprite size, which these two are both for sprite. Which the sprite size is 100. So now we can look at all the things for sprite. Now, backdrops I'm only going to teach you at some point, but today is just not the day. I'll teach you on another video. But this is all about sprites today. So looks. Say hello for 2 seconds. A chat box goes on Scratch Cat for 2 seconds. It says say hello for 2 seconds. It'll do it for 2 seconds. Now you can say anything on here, like, I don't know, 565. And do for a specific amount, like for 0.1 seconds. This, it only pops up for a split second. And then 1 second. Like that, see? You know, I've never tested this before. What if I just do bing bong? Yeah, there you go. Okay, it just makes the set box a little bigger than usual. So now we can do that. So say whatever for, I don't know, and then just say hello. It doesn't stop. Then if we do this, it just deletes it because it's the same message, just delete. Think for 2 seconds. Basically, this is a chat box. This is a chat box, means it's talking. And this is the think box, which means it's thinking. It's not talking to anybody. And think, it just stuck there. And come for 2 seconds, it deletes it because it overtakes the message. Switch costume to costume 2. This will switch the costume. See costumes? You can actually edit Scratch to have different costumes than normal and add costumes. Like for example, you can pair your own costume like this and adds costumes. So you can also switch costume to 1. And then if you press switch costume 1, it switches to costume 1. Then there's next costume. It will switch to the next costume. Now basically if there's no more costumes, it will go back around. Apparently. Switch backdrop. Now here we go to switch backdrop. I'm just gonna go to backdrops and go to costumes. Then what I'm gonna do is just add a little paint, like beam, then add a backdrop 2 and just go boom. Now it will allow me to go here and switch backdrop to backdrop 1. Now this is the same code on the backdrop. Switch backdrop. See, the line's changing because I'm switching backdrops. So now, we can do next backdrop, which is it to the next backdrop, and works just like Scratch. Then we have change size. You're gonna have fun with this. Change size by 10. Let's do that. Change the size by 10. Whoa, big. And you see the size is going up on Scratch. And you can set the size to a specific amount, like 100%, which is normal. Now we're in the cool stuff. Change color effect by 10. 25. Which we can do fisheye too. Let's do whirl. Whirl. This just changes the Scratch Cat. Pixelate. Oh no, he's unrecognizable now. Then mosaic. That is not Scratch Cat anymore. And then brightness. Ghost. Brightness. Boost. So we can do negative on ghost. I think I just deleted him. I just deleted him. Oh no. We need a new Scratch Cat. I'm getting a new Scratch Cat. Yeah, if we go here into like things, we can get a new spot. I'm gonna paint a new one. I'm making. You can name up here. Let's just do a line. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so now we can do all that. And clear graphic effects. Oh, I should have done that. Well, never mind. Go to front layer. Go to front layer, go to back layer. This makes you put sprites in front of them or behind them. It just puts your positions. Go forward 1 layers. Yeah, you can go backward 1 layers. So costume number. Yeah, we know all this. Now we're going to sounds. This might be pretty fun. Sounds, boy. So now if we play. So these are going to be really pickful in the future. You have to pick specific ones in the future. And these are sounds. So sounds. Play sound pop until done. You can actually make your own sounds if you allow a microphone. For example, bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. I just did bing bong. So now if I go here, play sound recording 1 until done. Bing bong. Or I can do pop. Now we have start sound recording 1. Now these are different. Play sound until done. Basically what this does is it waits until the sound is done, then runs more. But if we do start sound, it will run while this thing is playing. So while bing bong is playing, some stuff is happening at the same time. Now stop all sounds. Bing. It will stop the sound completely. Bing bong. And not allowed to finish. Change pitch effect by 10. Bing bong. It changes the height of the voice. Bing bong. Bing bong. So if I just do pitch more. or do -10. Do some of the other.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Oh no.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Just add a little more. And that just sets it to 100. And so you can set to basically clear sound effects. If we do that,
Bing bong.
it's now normal. Now here we go to volume. Volume is real. Change volume by -10. So see the volume goes down, which makes this happen.
Bing bong.
The sound starts to get more dimmer. So if I do like for example like 10, will sound like you can't really hear it too well. See? It's harder to hear. So now you've completed the sound lesson. So time for the lesson that will make you be able to do all these pieces of code. Well, you need to do this entire row in order to get the basics done. So from motion to control. So now we're in here to the control center, which actually makes it possible to do things. So let's get started with when green flag clicked. This means when the game is started. So when the game is started, do something. So looks, say hello for 2 seconds. See, if I press green flag, we'll say hello for 2 seconds. Now there sadly is no stop when press do something. Sadly there isn't. So events, if we do, so when the space key is pressed, it will say hello for 2 seconds. So that means it will say hello for 2 seconds if I press the space key. Now you can set this to any key really. The keys you can't set it to are these keys. You see this key? All the rest of these keys you can't set it to. Scratch just doesn't allow you to. Unless you have scratch add-ons. So for example, since I have to do this symbol, it's just this, say hello. Now the reason why they didn't allow these kind of symbols is because the reason why they require you to press 2 keys, like the @ symbol. I have to hold shift and press 2 at the same time. See, it's kind of like weird. So that's why Scratch doesn't add it unless you add Scratch add-ons. Now, after 9, all these are things you shouldn't have. But another thing you shouldn't be allowed to use is enter. Enter is not a key you're allowed to use on Scratchy, on the Scratch key, when key pressed either. So yeah. So it's kind of, that's the reason why Scratch shouldn't really allow it. So yeah. So now, when the sprite is clicked. So when my stick is pressed, the sounds, it will do bing bong. So if I touch the stick, when space key is pressed, oh man. So when the sprite is clicked, there we go.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Let me just turn up the volume.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
It will start the sound because I touched the sprite. Now I can't just touch it anywhere, I have to specifically touch the sprite.
Bing bong.
So now, if we go here, when backdrop switches to that backdrop, something will happen. So let's do looks. Let's switch. Let's get a looks. Let's do a switch backdrop to backdrop 2 and backdrop 1. So let's do that. Set the backdrop 1. So now it's at backdrop 1. Events when backdrop switches to backdrop 2. Sound. Play sound bing bong until done. So if we do bing bong.
Bing bong.
Because that's recording 2.
Bing bing. Bing bong.
So now we got that settled. We know how to do that. So when the backdrop switches to that, it will play the sound bing bong. Or recording 1, because that's the actual name for it. So now when loudest is, so this is the loudness bar. So let's get the sounds. Let's go to volume. So events. So when yeah, there's a timer in the game, but I'll show you that later. When loudness is apparently bigger than 10, what will it do? Play sound.
Bing bong. Bing bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Oh.
Bing bong.
Yeah, it's
Bing
like
bong.
it's listening to my voice. So basically, I allowed Scratch to listen to my mic apparently.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
So if I do
Bing
like
bong.
any noise, it'll do this. So let's
Bing bong.
let's do like bigger than 100. Yeah, there we go, bigger than 100. Yee! Okay. Where's my microphone? Yee! Okay, it's not there. I don't know where the microphone thing would be. There's no microphone. But yeah. What about
Bing bong.
1? Day 1? Oh, it's basically, oh, that's weird. Let's do 10.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Yeah,
Bing bong.
pretty annoying.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
It's pretty annoying, you know? It's pretty annoying. How about Pop, we talked about Pop. Pop. Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Okay, okay. This sucks. Okay. So now it does that. When I receive message 1. Now broadcast message 1. When I receive message 1, sounds. Sound recording 1.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Basically, these are connected. So when the message 1 is broadcasted, it will basically make, when I receive message 1, it will basically hear message 1 and then start sound recording 1. Broadcast message 1 and wait. That means it will just wait. I don't know why. So now we're going to the final part of the first part of your basic training. And then we'll get started with making code. And then we'll do the harder training if you want to become more advanced. I'll show you the second video. So wait 1 second is a normal one. Basically, this is used tons of times. So events, when green flag clicked, wait 1 second, then motion, move 10 steps. So when green flag clicked, it will wait 1 second and move 10 steps, you saw? So now we got that. So it will do action after 1 second has passed. Now you can do anything you want, really. You can even be specific. 2. Then repeat 10 times. Now this can be out of control sometimes. So, motion. Move 10 steps. Repeat this 10 times. It will move 100 steps. Because of the reason why it said repeat 10 times. But it goes completely fast. Now in order to fix this, I have to go all the way to control and wait 1 second. So wait 1 So let's add 0.3 seconds, what I usually do. Repeat 10 times, wait 0.3 seconds and move 10 steps. Also, we can drag this guy. If I just click him. Pretty hard to click a stick. I'm gonna make him bigger. Because with the stick tool, you can make things bigger. Do that, so now it's bigger. I can actually probably click them. Yeah, there we go. So now if I press the green flag, and yes, I do have a pause button and I have a recording volume button. So basically when green flag click, move 10 steps, but it will wait 0.3 seconds, so it will repeat 10 times and wait 0.3 seconds just to make it normal. Now if we go here, forever. Now this changes a lot. Now let's add forever sounds. Start sound recording 1. Repeat 10. Boom, 3. So
Bing, 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 bing,
let's repeat.
bing, bong.
Forever. It will forever do that, unless you take it like here. Now do not use if then, so this does not matter yet. This does not all matter. So that's the end of your lesson. Really, the half part of your lesson. The other part of your lesson will be teached you on another video. So bye guys.